All right, this is an interesting moment. Here I am in Logan Circle, and I've run into James, and James is in Washington, D.C. because he's here to promote an event. And since this podcast it's supposed to be about bike messengers, can I ask you real quick, were you ever a bike messenger? If so, how old were you when you started? What city did you start in, and what company did you work for? Were you trained by anybody? And then how long were you a messenger, and then maybe a quick anecdote?
Yeah, I was a messenger in San Francisco for 2 years. I only worked for TCB.
Now, what's TCB stand for?
TCB is taking care of business, maintain
of course.
the code, text the code, maintain the veil. Yeah, so we worked, so Chaz Christensen founded that. People might know him if they're familiar with the fixed gear world. I worked for 2 years, year and a half, 2 years on the bike, something like that. A quick anecdote is I fell off a number of times and hit my head. I think it was my first night solo. I was going down the hill one-handed and I hit a pothole and I went fucking over the bars and just rung my bell so hard that I was like hallucinating. I was wearing a helmet even. But I worked in San Francisco. I really liked it. I came into it late. I don't even know how old I was. It was later.
What was the year?
In my mid-30s. Oh God. 2015, I want to say.
Oh yeah, that is late. And so, you know, like you were already counterculture. You knew about, you were probably a mixture of things.
Yeah.
And then you were also a cyclist.
Yeah, that's right. So I started racing fixed gear bikes in 2013 because when I moved to San Francisco in 2008, I was looking for a way to stay in shape, and I took up running. I ran a half marathon in 2013 and then quit running immediately after because running sucks. And so I got an old bike that I had in the backyard and I fixed it up and I started riding it around, and I couldn't afford to put gears on there, so it's just a fixed gear bike. And I thought I was like pretty good at it, right? Being a competitive person. And so I started riding around and I wanted to compete, test myself. And I didn't know how to get into bike racing, which is a common problem here in America because it's just like, it's not a very popular sport. And so I found out about the Red Hook Crit, and I found out about MASH, which happened to be in San Francisco.
So you didn't find about the recreational fixed gear rides. You found out about the best of the best.
The best of the best. So I found out about Red Hook and decided that in order to meet people, I should throw a race. And so I ended up throwing a race in San Francisco in 2014 that I called Mission Crit. And it was the first fixed gear crit that I did. And we ended up doing 7 total. And I met a bunch of wonderful people.
That's awesome. Okay, so James, I know you got a plane to catch. So I'm doing this podcast, and what the hell? We don't know if anybody will watch it. But you're about to throw an event in the Washington, D.C. area.
Yeah.
So, and there's a chance that Daria and I will collaborate with you on it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to throw that in as well. But so James, why don't you tell us about the event you're thinking about throwing?
Yeah, so the reason I'm out here today for 8 hours total, all the way from San Francisco, is we're doing, my new project is called Formula Fixed, and this is an outgrowth of Mission Crit. Essentially, we think that there's something there with the format, which are fixed gear bikes on short technical courses that are easily spectatable, right? The first phase of this is going to be putting them on go-kart tracks. And so I'm out here today. I went up to Jessup, Maryland, which is like a 45-minute drive, to scout the go-kart track up there. Then I came back here and I met up with Dario, and we're talking about putting on an Alley Cat in conjunction with the short track race, because it's all about community and all about like having a good time and, you know, just having fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
So you're saying the weekend of August 13th, 14th, and Monday?
I misspoke. So August 16th is a Saturday, is an Alley Cat. 17th is the fixed gear crit at the Chocolate City Crit. And then Monday the 18th is the Formula Fixed short track qualifier in Jessup, Maryland.
Fantastic. All right. We'll close up this Alley Cat. Hopefully, I didn't mic you up. Hopefully this picked up the
we'll
conversation. See. You know, there was a lot of ambient noise.
Feel free to overdub me.
Yeah. And real quick, so I'm